His Excellency, distinguished guests,
we shall proceed to take poetry recital from learners of St. John Bosco Roman Catholic Basic School in the Tema West municipality. St. John Bosco, with your permission, was established in 1985 as a private school by the Good Shepherd Catholic Church community. To Tema, with an initial enrollment of 72 learners. In 1986, the KG was absorbed into the public sector by the government. This was followed by the absorption of the primary and JHS department in 1981. St. John Bosco presently boasts of 838 learners and a staff strength of 29, consisting of male teachers who are 7 and 22 female teachers. The lead performers are Khadija to Mohammed. She will lead with the English recital. Jewelry Danson will lead with Gan recital. And Emmanuel Asari will lead with Chi recital.
Your Excellency, the President, the humble lion from the north, the warrior from Gonja. Today, as Ghana marks its 69th birthday, let's lift the flag of Ghana high. Let's lift the flag of Ghana high. And let's keep the torch of hope burning. John Dramani Mahama, Nina Bedi Etre, Professor Jaina na Opoku Adimai, Oba son of Papebi, Barimba Katetre Kwama, Autosum watching Nana no. When I walk, I wonder, Oba Bessia, Odi Kanye or Mampeni Abedi Etre Wayamanmu. When I would the idea of commander say, oh, bring Poko Kra Odi Kanye. Your Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, Nigeria Fusi Wohene say, Are attire to Oduduwa of the source, that Sebre, or Sia Diayo, Indera Japanana, Gonjani this year, Papebi, Prekese Jamendu, Opti Crotiana Noa GFM, a man penny on my home cabani man, or Cassia, Otina Pinti Maneman, and then Ghana, Eddie Ifye Ediosia and Chrome, and then you did that Cassia my Yaninia. Mema watching a penny for near Titri, Monsieur Muhaninia. Yamagana Franca son quastro, Yamagana Franca son quastro, Yama any da Swakania and Quason strain. Yanim yet say a go coasting manti, Yensro Akudie Biara. Yananum who handed them into a bar quite part to Hama, a man every Brumunia or found who dear. Yaya Akufua, it is say it Siamwa, Mutsea the same carbon near Sumje. Say in Fama no demba, in Yaki to me boo. Now so in ya our choir mudia, it's now a pinting. Yanit say my man who am an enia. It is a frayer who de he adamwa. Mama yan and Tamemwaya when you're home. Na enena etra odo. It is a siasaya. Mama yan when you're atsu. Nanoba maya de carbon nebakuye. I susudia. Waka bakwa. Waka bakwa waka yeninia efise. Yeninia free of no bakum. Yamfa ene bakon tonjom se. Ghana di adie. Na a dance free a man a ewo ebibri muninia.
On my penny Mahama, yea, any that's all. Yana nanum baby, Nanso Woody, what best sell her cry? What a mamma, Eddie Kyle, one better cry. Say a can see, one my ace your cordial nope. The BC, Yama, the BA Janity, West I Sabia would do a baby. A big rage hospital, our in Cramante Mua. Na yama refri asiari ya kradi. Se kasa uye yedi aswa. Ye kra. On my penny high sense. What it be say? Who? What are you to me to cry? It's ye cars. A son of fango out what it is so easy. Yet to me the Empress Sadako. On my penny John Dramani Mahama. I need a swahili. Yet so was Naya, sorry.
Distinguished guests,
Yeah, you are
St. John Bosco Basic School. Shall we put our hands together for St. John Bosco? Laboni, Senior High, perform some patriotic song. Thank you very much, St. John Bosco. St. John Bosco, thank you. Thank you so much for the wonderful performance. Laboni Senior High leads us through patriotic songs. They are performing Wabajake, composed by Amanzeba and arranged by
The shadows have fled. By the light of the blood stars, we are gallantly led. From afar we have come. So this land now our own. To harvest the freedom our forefathers soul. What better care? What better care? Hey! What better care? You watch a show.
A round of applause for Labone Senior High School. Labone Senior High School. High. Shall we give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests? We shall proceed to invite Aloboshi 1 and 2 basic schools to give us some traditional dance performance. They are performing Bamaya, Tora, and Kadodo Abojo. Bamaya is a traditional dance, celebratory of the people of Dagomba in the northern Ghana. It's often called the rain dance. Bamaya commemorates a 19th century drought where men dressed in women's attire to appease the gods results in rain. It's often performed at festivals, funerals, and social gatherings. Bamaya means the valley is wet in Dagbani. It originated during a severe, long-lasting drought in the northern region of Ghana. Tora is also a traditional, joyous, and celebratory dance performed by women and young girls from the Dagomba ethnic group in the northern Ghana. It's often performed at weddings, funerals, and after harvests. The dance is rooted in Dagomba legend involving a king, Nenzo, and his best friend, Nazu Jangunu. The Torah is used for entertainment and education. It's considered a soul of Dagon culture. Distinguished guests, this is the Torah dance. It is a traditional, joyous, and celebratory dance performed by women and young girls from the Dagomba ethnic group in the northern Ghana. It's often performed at weddings, funerals, and after harvests. The dance is rooted in Dagomba legend involving a king, Nenzo, and his best friend, Nazu Jangulo. The significance of this dance is that it is used for education and for entertainment. It is considered a soul of Dagomba culture. Distinguished guests, we are witnessing the Kadodo Ajopo dance. The dance is the initial graceful phase of the Ajopo war dance, performed primarily by Ewe women in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. It depicts the strength of the woman on the war front, assisting the men to capture their enemies. It acts as a curtain raiser, featuring elegant, flowing arm gestures, precise waist movements, and gentle taps or hops, with the leading foot before the men's energetic axial phase. This beautiful dance originates from Dahomey, now Benin, as a spiritual religious dance before adapting into a social recreational dance. It is frequently performed during traditional festivals, funerals, and social gatherings to entertain and showcase cultural heritage. Distinguished guests, Aloboshi 1 and 2 basic schools. Aloboshi 1 and 2 basic school. Shall we put hands together for such a wonderful performance. They gave us Bamaya Tura and the Kadodo Adobo performance. May I mention that these two performances were coordinated by Mr. Michael Into Aye, the Director, PE and Sport of the Ghana Education Service.
The parade will now advance in review order.
Ready! Ready! Change! Ready! Show! Hey! Ups! Ready! We'll advance in review order. By the center. Quick march.
Shall we please rise for the national anthem? All personnel in uniform are to pay the appropriate compliments.
Ready! National salute. Present. Ups.
Please be seated. The parade commander will now ask permission to stand the parade at ease for the anniversary speech by the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Escort. May I have your permission to stand the parade at ease for the delivery of the anniversary speech, Your Excellencies. I, Your Excellencies.
Indeed, before the President would deliver his speech, we shall take drum appellation from the Ministry of Health Basic School located in the Accra Metropolitan under the directorship of Madam Justine Ivy Apau. The reciters are Rahel Afari-Yeboah and Carol Na Ahima Densua Emchi. The Ministry of Health Basic School was established in 1975 with 5 boys and 8 girls. Now they boast of over 2,000 student population and 60 staff population.
Reign of day. Reign. Stand. West. East. Up.
COVID-19 levy.
Shall we please give them a round of applause? May I at this juncture respectfully invite the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to deliver the 69th Independence Anniversary Address.
Thank you. Kindly be seated. Thank you. Your Excellency, First Lady Lordina Dramani Mahama, Your Excellency, Dr. Honorable Terence Drew, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, and your beautiful wife, Your Excellency, Vice President Jane Nana Opokwa Ajimai, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Your Lordship, Chief Justice Paul Bafoboni, Your Excellencies, former Presidents John Ajekum Kufuor and Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, the Chief of Staff and senior government officials, honorable ministers and deputy ministers, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, Name, Nime, officers and men of the Ghana Armed Forces, our school children and youth of Ghana, my fellow citizens. On this sacred day, the 6th of March, we gather once again to commemorate the freedom that our forebears won for us 69 years ago. We stand here not just as witnesses to history, but as guardians of a legacy and architects of our shared destiny that are united under the red for our courage, the gold for our wealth, the green for our forests, and the black star that shines as a beacon of hope for Africa and the diaspora. Today, as we mark our 69th independence anniversary, we do so under the theme, Building Prosperity, Inspiring Hope. This theme is more than just ceremonial. It represents a covenant between the government and the governed, a solemn promise that every decision we make and every policy we implement must foster prosperity and renew hope for every Ghanaian. Just 6 days ago, I stood before Parliament to deliver the State of the Nation address. I spoke honestly about our challenges and confidently about the future and the progress we are making. But today, I speak not only to our Parliament, but to every Ghanaian, the farmer in the northern savannah, the trader in the Makola markets, the teachers in our classrooms, the nurses in our hospitals and clinics, the young entrepreneur with a smartphone in his hand, and every Ghanaian, both at home and in the diaspora. This is our story. This is our moment. We cannot speak of Ghana's present without paying homage to our past. 69 years ago, Osojifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah proclaimed to the world that at long last, the battle is ended, and that Ghana, our beloved country, is free forever. He also added that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. Nkrumah did not only grant us independence, he awakened within us a sense of consciousness and a continental purpose. Starting with the UGCC and eventually the CPP, along with the countless unsung heroes and patriots, they sparked a movement that altered the course of African history. Today, we honor the memory of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and all others who have led this country after him. All of them have been a part of our history and have brought us to this moment in our lives. From Dr. Kofi Abrifa-Buzia to J.A. Ankara, Akwesi Afrifa, Ike Achampong, General Akufo, Jerry John Rawlings, John Ajekum Kufuor, John Evans Atta Mills, and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Every administration, regardless of its political inclination, has played its part in building the nation we all proudly call Ghana. Our democracy has endured because we've learned to compete without destroying, to disagree without hatred, and to transfer power peacefully, which is evidence of the maturity and the wisdom of the Ghanaian people. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Terence Drew, your presence here today carries great significance for us. Your visits and our bilateral engagements represent more than just diplomacy. They signify a historic reconnection between Ghana and our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, branches of the same ancestral tree. The dungeons of the Cape Coast and Elmina castles remind us of the dark chapters of history when millions of Africans were forcibly transported across the Middle Passage to the so-called New World. Yet from that tragedy arose the remarkable resilience, creativity, and cultural brilliance that continue to influence the world. Today, Ghana is working with partners across Africa and the diaspora to seek historical justice. Later this month, Ghana will submit a motion to the United Nations declaring slavery and the transatlantic slave trade the gravest crime against humanity. This motion will represent the justice and restitution that is long overdue. And Ghana, the first sub-Saharan African nation to gain independence, will once again lead the global call for dignity and restoration. My fellow citizens, when I took office, you granted me a clear mandate to reset our nation, Ghana. Resetting Ghana goes beyond simply managing our issues. It involves transforming how we govern, how we produce, and how we share the fruits of our prosperity. Over the past year, we've taken decisive steps to stabilize our economy, restore investor confidence, and rebuild fiscal discipline in how we manage our resources. Inflation is declining, the cedi, our local currency, is stabilizing, and confidence in the Ghanaian economy is gradually returning. We've renegotiated our debts to obtain more sustainable terms for our people, and we've redirected valuable national resources towards healthcare, education, agriculture, and employment creation. But resetting Ghana goes beyond just the numbers. It involves resetting our values, our expectations, and the social contract that exists between leaders and citizens. Leadership must be accountable. Corruption is a cancer that erodes the very foundation of our nation. Every cedi that is stolen from the public purse represents a classroom that is robbed of textbooks. It represents a hospital that will go without medicines. It represents a road that will be left uncompleted. And it represents a young graduate that will be denied opportunity. Under my leadership, we're not just fighting corruption with words alone. We're strengthening institutions, protecting anti-corruption agencies from political interference, and ensuring that no individual, regardless of their status or party, is above the law. But government cannot win this battle alone. We must foster a national culture of integrity, where honesty is valued and public service is regarded as a sacred duty. Independence granted us freedom, but freedom demands responsibility. We need to re-establish discipline in our national life, discipline in how we manage public resources, discipline in adhering to the law, discipline in how we treat one another in public life. Patriotism should extend beyond just slogans. True patriotism must be shown through our everyday actions. The citizen who protects public property, the public servant who treats every Ghanaian with respect, and the entrepreneur who opts to invest his resources in Ghana's future. Above all, we must place country above party, above tribe, and above personal interest. Citizens, Ghana is bigger than any one of us. To the young people of this country, I see you, I hear you, and I believe in your potential. You belong to a generation that is armed with tools and opportunities that earlier generations could hardly have imagined. In your hands, a smartphone transforms into a classroom. In your hands, a smartphone transforms into a business platform. In your hands, a smartphone transforms into a creative studio and a gateway to the global economy. However, I also recognize your frustrations, and that is why government is investing in digital infrastructure, entrepreneurship programs, and innovation hubs across the country, from Accra to Kumasi to Tamale, Takrady, Ho, and Koforidua. We're reforming education to meet the needs of the modern economy and expanding internship and apprenticeship programs to bridge the gap between school and the world of work. But success will also depend on discipline, resilience, and excellence. And let me give you sound advice. The future belongs to those who prepare for it. Permit me to congratulate the 52 outstanding students who received the President's Independence Day Award for school children earlier this week. I also commend Keta Secondary Technical School for winning the 69th Independence Day quiz competition. And I extend my congratulations to the winners of this year's National Debates Competition. All of you represent the promise of Ghana's future. My fellow countrymen and women, I'm pleased to announce that I have assented to the 24-Hour Economy Authority Bill, and it has now become law. This historic reform will boost Ghana's productivity. Businesses will be incentivized to run across multiple shifts. Factories will operate around the clock, and services will become more accessible to our citizens. 1,000 new jobs will be generated across various sectors, ranging from manufacturing and logistics to security and transportation. This initiative will enable us to optimize the use of our national infrastructure and establish Ghana as a competitive industrial hub. And this is how we will create prosperity. I'm also pleased to announce that we're in the final stages of setting up the Women's Development Bank. This work has been under the leadership of our hard-working Vice President, Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman. Our women entrepreneurs have historically been the backbone of Ghana's informal economy, and yet too many of them face barriers to affordable credit. This Women's Development Bank will provide accessible financing, mentorship, and business support that is tailored to women-led enterprises. When women succeed, families thrive, and nations prosper. Women of Ghana, we are committed to investing so that you realize your full potential. Ghana's destiny is inseparable from Africa's destiny. Today, Africa is home to over 1.4 billion people and possesses the youngest workforce in the world. The African Continental Free Trade Area, which is based here in Accra, is one of the most ambitious economic integration projects in the history of the world. A unified market for African goods and services, a platform for African innovation, a foundation for Africa's economic sovereignty. Ghana will continue to lead by example, demonstrating that democracy, economic reform, and African unity can succeed together. As we approach the milestone of Ghana's 70th anniversary next year, let us reaffirm our national vision. A vision of a Ghana where no child will go to bed hungry. And a Ghana where education is accessible and empowering, a Ghana where healthcare is affordable and accessible, a Ghana with world-class infrastructure, a Ghana that produces what it consumes, a Ghana where merit and not connections decides opportunity, a Ghana that is digitally connected from Aflao to Hamile, a Ghana that preserves its forests and environment for future generations. This vision is within reach, but it requires our collective efforts. My fellow Ghanaians, 69 years ago, our nation was born in hope, and together we gather here this morning to renew that hope. The journey has not always been smooth. We have stumbled and often felt disappointed in ourselves, but we have never given up. There's resilience that defines the Ghanaian spirit still lives on. As your president, I pledge to serve with integrity, humility, and unwavering dedication to the welfare of our people. But Ghana's progress cannot rely solely on my leadership. It will depend on every citizen doing their part. Wherever you are, whatever you do your part with excellence. Do it for Ghana, do it for Africa, and do it for the generations yet unborn. Ladies, as I conclude, building prosperity, inspiring hope is not merely today's theme. It is our national mission. Today we celebrate how far we have come, and when we leave here, tomorrow we must commit ourselves to how far we will go. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. Long live Ghana and long live African unity. I thank you.
Of the 69th Independence Anniversary Address. Thank you, Your Excellency. The parade commander will now invite the Forces Sergeant Major, Chief Warrant Officer Ado Daniel, to lead the contingent in giving 3 hearty cheers to the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Sergeant Major, to the front.
The Forcing Sergeant Major, Chief Warrant Officer Ado Daniel, was born in Kede in the Eastern Region. He attended Dumkwanta Secondary School in the Oti region for his ordinary level certificate and Kumasi Polytechnic for Royal Society of Arts Stage 3 accounting option. He holds a higher national diploma in accounting from the same institution and a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from the University of Professional Studies. Chief Warrant Officer Ado Daniel also holds advanced certificate in industrial security management, forensics and investigations from the University of Ghana Business School, and a Master of Arts in Peace, Security and Intelligence Management from the University of Professional Studies.
Good morning, Your Excellency. May I have your permission? Carry on with the year. Your Excellency.
He was enlisted into the Ghana Army on 5th January 1996 and posted to 4th Infantry Battalion in Kumasi until his current appointment as the Forces Sergeant Major of the Ghana Armed Forces. Chief Warrant Officer Ado Daniel has served with distinction as a machine gun warrant officer at the Army Combat Training School, the Regimental Sergeant Major for Ghana Battalion in the Democratic Republic of Congo Battalion, and Command Sergeant Major, Central Command Headquarters in Kumasi, and the Sergeant Major of the Ghana Army.
Pray, remove headdress. Remove.
Yes, on the review officer. The President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama. Tabai!
Hey!
Tabai!
Hey!
Tabai!
Yay!
Ghana, 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 Osa!
Yeah!
Ghana, 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 Osa!
Hey! Right, we replace hundreds. Replace.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and that was the Forces Sergeant Major Chief Warrant Officer Ado Daniel leading the contingent to give 3 hearty cheers to the President of the Republic and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Your Excellency, hand over. May I have your permission to follow Your Excellency? Yes, Your Excellency.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that today marks the birthday of Her Excellency the First Lady, Mrs. Lordina Mahama. Happy birthday, Your Excellency. And before the parade marches off, let us kindly note that the Ghana Armed Forces will not hold Open Day this year. Any inconvenience caused is deeply regretted. However, there will be fireworks display at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, popularly known as Accra, Dubai, near Obra Sports, this evening at 7 p.m.
Right. So,
the parade commander will now ask permission to march off the colors and the remaining of the parade.
Your Excellency, the 69th Independence Anniversary Parade over. May I have your permission to march off the colors and the remainder of the parade? Your Excellency. Your Excellency. Right. National salute.
Shall we please rise for the national anthem?
Present. Arms.
Please be seated. Thank you.
March of the colors.
You are please requested to rise as the colors passes where you are seated as a mark of compliment to the colors.
Right. Present.
Burning center. Quick march. Color battle. Send us right. Right. Oh. One. Move. Right to go. Right. There. Color battle. Out. Advance. Left. Turn. Colors advance. Read. Lines. Arms.
Right. Show. Day. Arms. Right. Up. Day. Arms. Up. Day. Stand. Right. East.
We have come to the end of this year's Independence Day anniversary parade. I humbly request that we remain seated as our dignitaries take leave of the ground. We will see the President of the Republic of Ghana taking leave of us first, followed by the Prime Minister of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and then followed by the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. We would like to express our sincere appreciation to you all for your attendance and participation. I am Lieutenant Colonel Rita Anane from the Department of Public Relations, Ghana Armed Forces, and I have been your Mistress of Ceremonies for today's program. My co-master of ceremonies is Mr. Daniel Feni, Head of Public Relations Unit of the Ghana Education Service. We wish you all safe journeys as you travel to your various destinations, and may God richly bless us all. Thank you. I wish to emphasize that there won't be any open day by the Ghana Armed Forces in all garrisons this year, and any inconvenience caused is deeply regretted. There will be fireworks display at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, popularly known as Accra, Dubai, near Obra Sports this evening at 7 p.m. You are all invited. Thank you.
do I say? Sir. Take over.
Yes, sir.
24-hour economy and some digital initiatives that the government is undertaking as we speak. This will be the second time that the Independence Day Parade is being held at the presidency, ensuring that we cut costs. The first time we did so, the president said we saved some 95% of the estimated cost that we would have spent at the Black Star Square. And so quickly we'll try and speak to some of the dignitaries and personalities who grace this wonderful occasion. Let's understand exactly what their feelings and thoughts are as Ghana turns 69. In a year away, we'll be turning 70. Good afternoon to you, Samson Asaki. Welcome to GTV.
Thank you very much.
So in a year from now, we will turn 70. That will be a milestone.
Absolutely.
Are you hopeful? Can we deliver to the people of Ghana as we want?
Yes, I am very optimistic that the President Mahama's speech alone shows that wisdom has come to play. A president who has opened his arms to embrace all of us, and very soon Ghana will be 70 years. Indeed, a week ago when he appeared before Parliament to deliver the State of the Nation address, he truly gave us exactly what happened in the country. And so, as you can see, I see former minister under President Kufuor time, SK Bofo and co are all here. That shows that Ghana, we are not divided, we are united. Former President Kufuor himself was here, former President Akufo-Addo was here, and the Prime Minister who said he was so excited, he was so inspired by President's speech at UN, he's here, and the wife. And that is how excitement today, unionism has come through. And President, briefly, he's made a lot of service for the country. You know, remember 2025, he said, when you look at the cost to organize it at Independence Square and all over the regional levels, the expensive that was going to, he saved the country so much money. And I think this year again, they did the same thing. That's the legacy we want to. And he truly said, this is coming is for legacy. And I can see that the president really means businesses. He means to put money into people's pocket. He means for ordinary Ghanaians to go to the market and can buy things, as our young lady said. He's the president who became high sense slogan.
The president touched on the 24-hour economy. Yes. You are the executive director of the Importers and Exporters Association. Are you beginning to plug into this policy? How hopeful are you guys that this is going to actually turn your fortunes around as businesses?
You know, if you go to the port right now, we clear 24 hours. Previously, it used not to be like that. Previously, if you go to the port to even 4:30 p.m. and you wanted to drop your container for you, they will never. Previously, by 4:30 p.m., if you send an empty container, assuming you have cleared your cargo, you want to remove your cargo, and you are sending the container back to shipping lines empty yard. They will never, shipping line will never accept. They will tell they have closed. Right. But today, 1 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., anytime you move to the port that you want to clear, you are allowed and permitted to clear your cargo, and you are allowed and permitted to drop your container, and all the actors at the port are working. Right. What we want more security to be out there, so that when we clear our cargo, we are at peace, and the government is providing exactly that for us as a business community.
Thank you very much. Samson Asaki Awingobit is the Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association. Quickly, we'll speak to some more of the personalities who attended the 69th anniversary. Good afternoon to you, ma'am, and welcome to GTV. In a year away, we'll be turning 70.
Sure.
Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic? Can we deliver to the many young Ghanaians who are looking up to this country?
I think we don't have any excuse not to deliver, and I'm happy to be here today. As you can see, I'm holding Nkrumah's cloth. Nkrumah is the one who had independence for this country. Nkrumah is the founder of this nation. No qualms about that. I'm happy to be here. I think the leadership of this country have no excuse to fail this country, the youth of this country especially. And then, the NDC, for that matter, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama came on a promise of creating jobs for the youth. So I think if you listen to his speech, what really inspired me was his recognition or acknowledging the fact that those who started from Kwame Nkrumah up to him really did something. It is really profound because it will be difficult for a president maybe acknowledging the good things that maybe his predecessor has done, and this is what exactly His Excellency did, and I'm very proud to be a Ghanaian. So pray and hope that all the promises that he has promised Ghanaians, he will be able to fulfill the promises. Our teeming youth are out there without jobs. We want to see the 133. We want to see the implementation of the 24-hour economy, and especially from the Convention People's Party, we want to see this nation industrialized, because with industrialization there will be more jobs for everybody to do.
Your thoughts on so this is the second time we're celebrating at the Flagstaff House instead of the Black Star Square, cutting cost. Do you think it still symbolizes the spirit of Independence Day as it used to be?
No, I think next year we should do it outside the Flagstaff House. Why? Because most of the people wanted access to come here, but they couldn't get access. But you see, one thing about Independence Square is that it creates also opportunities, it creates jobs, because most people will come and sell their food, drink, and make some ends meet. But limiting it to some few people here, I think is a bit problematic. Cutting costs the first year, the second year, I think since the reset agenda has been achieved, per what we are hearing from the economic or microeconomic indicators, the next there, and then to create jobs, people will come and sell their water, food, and that day they will get their daily bread. For me, the next time we should go to Independence Square.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are still here at the Flagstaff House. Not too long ago, the president departed the forecourt of the Jubilee House, where he delivered his Independence Day address, calling for unity of purpose. It was a gathering of personalities from both the political side, the MPP and the NDC. Not too long ago, we spoke to the minority leader, Honorable Afenyo Makin, and other MPs from the minority side. The former President John Agyekum Kufuor was here in person. We also saw the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo also making appearance here at the Jubilee House. We will try and still engage some more persons who attended this event. And so some 69 years ago, Ghana became the first country, sub-Saharan Africa, to gain independence. That particular move created a certain groundswell. That this country is going to own her own natural resources and ensure that we gain maximum benefits from same. We will try more and speak to some of the personalities who are here to actually understand what their thoughts will be as Ghana celebrates 69 years. Thank you very much. Welcome to GTV KKD. Let's get your. Oh my God! Let's get. God. She wants to take a picture. Let's get your thoughts. Let's get your thoughts. Let's do this quickly. 1 minute. All right. So we are still here at the Flagstaff House. We'll try and engage KKD. He's a media personality and, for that matter, a businessman. Let's understand exactly what his thoughts are, what his feelings are, as Ghana turns 69 years and we celebrate Independence Day. Let's also quickly engage Hassan Ayariga of the
able to achieve the 24-hour economy in order for us to have a three-shift system, working force that will benefit our Ghana. No, talk is cheap. Doing it is the most important thing. Look, 69 years, yet we still import rice, we import oil, we import foodstuff, we are unable to pay commodities, duties are high in the system. Everything is so difficult. Even though the dollar is losing strength and the cedi is gaining its strength, prices of goods and services in the market are still the same. What is government doing? government need to be proactive in the sense that if you are be able to maintain the dollar and then the cedi appreciate, then you need to initiate another policy, which is in my manifesto. It's called a national price control guarantee system. When we have a control system, prices of goods will not be managed by any individual. Government will be able to regulate the prices of goods and services in the market, thereby making sure that the consumer...
The regulation, there's an argument that it is we are practicing a free market economy and government should not overly be involved in regulating prices.
You practice a free market economy does not mean that people should just increase prices of goods astronomically. Free market means that you are at liberty to do things. But then we are paying taxes. What is the tax component in each commodity? Before somebody pays tax of anything, you need to know the commodity, the price, and this. Look, I mentioned that we should be able to have 50% cut off on Independence Day. That we should do prices of goods and market and services in the market on Independence Day. If we are able to cut down 50% of goods and services in the market, don't you think today Ghanaians will be celebrating the independence? Because why? The whole town will be full, businesses will be open, markets will be open, Ghanaians will be benefiting, business will be benefiting, the economy will be growing, because 50% cut-off of commodities in the market will make every Ghanaian understand that the independence is not just a ceremonial activity, but it comes with benefits. And that benefit is that everybody is praying, Independence Day, I'm going to buy goods. What is the goods? Half price. Everything is half price. This is what we should be doing. We should be able to also grow our own food, that on Independence Day, people are able to get those foodstuffs at 50%. Yes, we buy rice in the market. It's from Thailand. Oil is from Thailand. All these things. At 69, we cannot produce oil.
Right. So that was Hassan Ayarika. Let's quickly speak to the General Secretary of the NDC, Fifi Kwete. Let's pick his brief thoughts, his message on Independence Day. He's been attending the ceremony. Good morning to you, Honorable Fifi Kwete, and you are live on GTV. Quickly, your message to Ghanaians on Independence Day.
First, to wish all of Ghana, the best of celebration of our independence. To ask that they pay heed to the message of the president, the need for us to rally behind this country and place this country always as number one. If all of us can do that, I think we should be able to start transforming our country very quickly. I maintain the biggest problem we have is not external problems. The biggest problem facing the country is the question of the very mindset and attitude of our people. The fact that a lot of people always place country second and place themselves first. If we can reverse that and place the country ahead of ourselves, I'm sure the transformation will begin very quickly.
The president said he hopes to create a country where people don't get opportunities through connection, but through merit. Yeah. Is that achievable? We see how both parties, give opportunities to people through connection.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's achievable, but in order to make it achievable, it will take much more than the president. These things are fundamental issues of mindset. We are, as a people, even before politics even started in this country, we've always believed that if my brother is somewhere, then I should have an advantage. It's a deep-seated belief of the Ghanaian, and for the matter many of us in this part of the world, that we should always leverage what you call proximity. And until that changes, a political leader could try his best, but it's not easy to achieve. So the bigger problem is being able to take it right from the very grassroots. I mean, from the very foundation, and putting it into our very mindset right from the home, that it should be about merit. It should not, my brother is there, therefore I should have an advantage. It should start getting down. It should be people who truly merit to be in the places they are, because all of us have capacities, and we can all find the places where we can thrive if that kind of mentality becomes pervasive across the country.
Finally, before I let you go, are you optimistic of delivering the economy that you are seeking to deliver and the one that you promised us in 2024, 2 years ahead of us?
I think we've already started seeing a lot of good things happening on the economy already. Things that a lot of people didn't believe could happen within a year. It started happening already. And if we continue being resilient and continue being creative as we are, and disciplined, that's the most important thing, being disciplined, I'm sure we should be able to achieve even far, far more.
24-hour economy is not really no, gathering the momentum.
It cannot be rash.
And coming out too clear for a lot of people.
No, what is worth doing is worth doing well. People expect it to just be ramped like the way our friends in MPP went 1D, 1F, which really became a total disaster because they thought it was just politics. We want to ensure that this is an economic thing that we do. And to do it properly, the foundations have to be right. You need to make sure